I love him, and I love him.
Foreign exchange students are often viewed as people so different from us solely because of how far away they grew up. However, once you get to know them, it's easy to find yourself engrossed in their personal stories that reveal just how normal they are. Here at Delta High School, we have 2 foreign exchange students from Spain with backstories that show that they are just as human as the rest of us. One of these students, senior Javier Menendez Gutierrez, dealt with the loss of part of his family when he was only 12 years old.
My grandfather dies. Pues yo estaba jugando un partido y mi abuelo me vino a ver.
My twin brother and I were asleep, and my parents came in to wake us and explain to us that our grandfather had died. The next morning we had a soccer game, but we were so emotionally distraught that we could not play. We had to leave the game and were crying for a long time.
Pues he comes to see me on the games that I have of soccer. We go a lot to have food. We go to have breakfast a lot. And I used to sleep when I was small with him.
What was different once your grandfather passed?
I get like not in depression, but I used to be sad a lot, like 2 weeks. My parents told me that I can't be sad. The life is like this.
So how did you really deal with those emotions?
I talk with my parents. I miss him today too, but now I'm better than when he dies. And they told me that the life is like this.
While Javier's loss is something that many of us are sadly all too familiar with, Junior Georgina Pavone endures a different kind of loss. Her loss comes from over 4,300 miles separating her and her loved ones shortly after becoming so close with them.
I had like a date marked to come here, and the more that date came closer, like the closer I got with my family.
In 2019, prior to coming as a foreign exchange student, Georgina visited the United States for the first time with a family trip around the western half of the country. This trip in turn fueled the growth of a much closer connection between her and her family.
We wanted to visit, we went to I'm the worst with directions, California. And that was pretty much it. Just
How did you become closer with your family after making the trip to the United States?
I guess we kind of realized that life is short. It would have been like a waste of time not to be with the people you want to be and everything. And so we kind of realized that, and we just stick together.
Did anything else really kind of trigger that connection rather than that family trip?
I used to not tell anything, like nothing, to my parents. And that kind of wasn't like really good, because I used to be too worried of what they would think, which is like, what are they gonna think?
After this connection kind of started, how did your family kind of react when you came to the United States?
Oh, I think it was worse. It was worse, because like I got closer to them and then I'm leaving.
Georgina is grateful for being able to become closer with her family and learning to open up to them more. With all that she's learned from her experiences, she left us with this final piece of advice.
Life is not all alone, and we don't have that much time, and we have to like take advantage when we have like family and people around.
As we get caught up in the chaos of our own lives, we tend to forget that everyone has a story. Javier and Georgina are just like any other teenager, trying to live their life as their own journey.
Sneakers. Everybody loves sneakers, right, Mace?
Yeah, I love sneakers. There's a lot of sneakerheads around the school, just like us. If you don't like working at a fast food place or working at Walmart, then maybe buying and reselling shoes is just for you.
The buying and reselling shoe process starts with buying a limited edition shoe just like this for retail price and then selling it for a higher price later.
The most expensive shoe that I got off the sneakers app was a pair of Nike Off-White Dunks, and I bought them for $180 when they dropped. Then I resold them to a guy down in Florida for $1,000 off of StockX.
In the past year, I probably sold about 10 to 15 shoes. I think I spent around $800 and made about $1,500. I actually got these to sell, and I decided to keep them. They're the cool gray 11 lows. They go for around $300.
My favorite sneakers is the Jordan 4 Fire Reds. I bought them for $200 on the Sneakers app, and now they're selling for $340.
My favorite pair of shoes that I've gotten was the Nike Waffle Ones, which I got for like $170 and sold them for like $500.
My favorite shoes are the Championship Red Dunks. They're about $200 and I get them off Go.
Actually, I've never won any shoes off the Sneakers app. I'm like 0 for 25. That's not gonna stop me from trying. Shoot to get hot, shoot to stay hot. At the end of the day, I need a room full of mirrors because I need to be surrounded by winners, and it just helps with my confidence, and never gonna stop me from shooting.
There are a lot of sneakerheads around the school that love to buy and resell shoes for profit. This process, where you buy the shoes for original prices they release and sell them for more, is a quick and easy way that people just like you can make money.
Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, Rock and Roll 9 Party Every Day by Kiss, Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne, are three of the most classic rock and roll songs in history. Rock and roll became a music genre when Elvis Presley appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show during the 1950s. But in the 1960s, a British group known as the Beatles came to America, what was known as the British Invasion. Well, here at Delta, there are so many students who love the classics of rock and roll.
So Sam, what is your favorite band to listen to?
I'd probably say Led Zeppelin's my favorite band to listen to, and just so happen to be wearing my shirt today.
That answers the question. And what is your favorite album?
I'd say either Physical Graffiti by Led Zeppelin or Appetite for Destruction. That's another great one. Probably third place is Nevermind by Nirvana. So.
And why do you like those albums?
The music really resonates with me, and I like the amount of work that went into producing them.
So, Aiden, what is your favorite band to listen to?
I'd have to say one of my favorite classic rock bands would be Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
That's what I'm talking about. And do you play classic rock?
I do. I play some music with my dad and my brother, and I've got a band here at school with some guys, some friends of mine. So
nice. Vinny, what is your favorite music to listen to?
Well, man, I listen to AC/DC, and I like Metallica's, and then my first on AC/DC, Highway to Hell. My second band is Metallica, and I like Master Puppets and Winding.
So Chandler, I heard you have grown a relationship with a band called That Arena Rock Show. How have they impacted your life?
Hearing from the hundreds of people that, who told me about this band, a young girl who was about my age, her name was Emma, she told me that they saved her life and they saved tons of others. And it really meant a lot. And when I joined their Facebook fan group page, and when my dad passed away, it's just the tons of prayers and sorries that I gotten from so many of those people who are associated with them, who are also friends with them. It just meant a lot to me, since I was going through a downward spiral with my family since after my dad left, and it just really meant a lot to me, and I'm just so thankful that I found this band, and so thankful that we know each other. And just like what Kiss said in one song, God gave rock and roll to you.
Oh, and what is your favorite type of music to listen to?
I'm into the 80s kind of anthem rock, just because it gets you hyped up and stuff.
Alright, what is your favorite band or group?
Probably Guns N' Roses.
And what is your favorite song?
Probably Paradise City.
So Javen, who is your favorite band and what's your favorite song?
Definitely Guns N' Roses, Civil War, or Mr. Brownstone.
I love Civil War. That was really good.
That's a great one.
Yeah. And you recently went to a Guns N' Roses concert down in Indianapolis. Awesome, but what did you think?
It was probably one of the coolest things I've gotten to do. Like it was a great experience. It was loud. It was rocking. It was awesome.
And what was your favorite song that they played that night?
Axel came out and introduced "Welcome to the Jungle" really well, and that was just like really cool to see them perform that one on stage. That was a fun one to hear.
I am
some of the Delta Eagles who are huge rock and roll fans. Rock on, Eagles.